What's up, bro?
So,
Hey, yo, today we got my homie Reynard. He in the back.
what's good with y'all?
All right, y'all. I got a question. Zeke, you were raised with just your dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was raised by my mom.
And
Right.
I was just raised with my mom, too.
All right. So today we're going to be talking about moms versus dads. Like, we're going to talk about, like, the contrast between the two. You know, a single father versus a single mother. So, first thing I'm going to have to ask y'all, how was the emotional support? Like, from your mom or your dad?
I only had about 6 years with my mom. She was a kind of strict parent, but I could even at, you know what I'm saying, 5, 6, I could still talk to her about anything. You know, but my dad, I can't really go to him about too much shit.
Even now?
Even now, no. You know, if it's some advice on like, hey, should I buy this or some shit like that, that's cool. But emotionally, nah, he not there. He gets mad too quick.
He gets upset. I mean, I can kind of understand, but I wouldn't say I can relate. Like, my mom always tried to, like, from my mom personally, she always tried to be understanding of what I was going through. And she would always tell me, you can come and talk to me about anything. That's why I tell my mom about anything that's going in my life. That's like the one person I can go to and tell her exactly what's going on in my life. And even though she might get upset, she won't judge me for the stuff that I've done. Because I told my mom about some stuff, and I've done a lot of bad things.
Niggerish things.
that my mom knows about. But she's like, she just sees me as her baby, you feel me? So it's like, even though I do bad stuff, she's like, you know what? You're going to learn from it. She gives me the advice that I need. She's always there for emotional support. So it's kind of weird to hear you say that your dad is like, it's like, nah.
He fits the man subscription. Yep. He fits
African, man.
that fucking bill. And he's African on top of that shit.
Oh, yeah.
So that nigga is no emotion in my house.
At all.
What about you, Ray? How would you say your mom was with you?
What I say was my mom was strict. I would say, what I say my mom was strict. I wouldn't say my mom was strict, but at the same time, though, I mean, there were certain things that like I was and wasn't allowed to do. Like,
Yeah.
I agree with you when you said, you know,
Well, not really strict. I'm just saying.
Emotional.
I'm just saying, like, say you're going through something, like your girlfriend broke up with you. Can you go to your
do I
mom and
go to
talk
my
to her?
mom? Of course. See, my mom is like my best friend in a way until she pisses me off. But my mom is the person that I go to for literally everything. Everything. Like, my mom is so chill and laid back that I can talk to my mom about my sex stories, and the only question she'll ask me at the end was it good or bad?
The condom? No. What?
That's how you know.
She ain't asked about the condom?
Hey, she just be like, as long as you don't get no girl pregnant and bring no baby back to my house, then we all good.
The only thing I do, well, for my mom, I don't curse around my mom. Like, my mom be watching these podcasts, and she be like, this is the first time she really hear me curse. Nah, it's fine, bro. She be I told you, bro, my mom be chilling, bro. I love you, mom. Shout out to you. Shout out to you and all you've done.
I hope my dad doesn't hear this shit.
He gonna be like, Ezekiel.
That motherfucker only heard me cuss one time in my life. He ain't care, but nah, that's a respect thing for him. I can cuss in front of my aunt though.
Yeah, I don't really cuss in front of my mom like that. That's a respect level that I don't
Yeah,
really
bro.
cross.
I don't understand when people just out here cursing in front of their parents. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how y'all
like,
do that.
Damn, boy.
That's reckless for real.
That's crazy. Even if my mom was like, it's okay,
Yeah.
it's just in my heart.
Nah, bro.
I'd be
Nah,
heartbroken.
I can't do that shit.
I
I
can't
be
do
think she
it.
gonna hit me after I say it.
Be flinching and
For
shit.
real, I be flinching.
I could talk about bitches with my dad though.
You can talk about female.
Yeah, bro. This one time, man, this nigga was sick, and he had two women over,
Wow.
2 different bitches. I was like,
Vicious.
That's how you became like this?
Hey man, that's the past, dog. I'll do that shit. I'll do that shit no more.
Yeah.
I'll do that shit no more. But I mean, like, they was cleaning and cooking and shit for this nigga.
Damn.
But think about it. Wait. First question. Were they over there at the same time?
Same time.
Wow.
Wow.
That's man. Yo.
Wow.
I remember.
You weren't there for that. You was.
Wasn't that when he got sick that time?
Yeah, it was that time. But you weren't in the house or nothing.
No, I wasn't in the house, but I remember you told me about it.
Yeah, bro. I was like, dog, what? I walked up to him. I was like, damn, dog, 2? That's when he heard me cuss. I was like, damn, dog, 2? He was like,
But
shut
would
up.
you really count damn as like an actual cuss word though?
I wouldn't count damn as a curse word, but I still don't say
As
it
long
around
as
my
as
mom.
long as it's not like used towards me. Like, let's say you have a kid and you're like, this damn fool. He says it to you.
No, that I understand.
Still,
I wouldn't. I mean, it's hard for me to consider the word "damn" as a curse word.
But what was crazy is you saw your dad brought 2 women in the house, and he had women over like as you grew up. It's not like my mom was bringing over dudes or nothing like that.
My mom
And I
used to
grew up
bring
around women for real, for
me
real.
too.
So why did we end up on the same path where we was messing with a bunch of females at one point in our life?
because it's the nigga gene, bro.
It's the nigga G.
The nigga gene. You know, like let's say I'm a nerd. I could say I'm a nerd ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Shit like that.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's the way that we are, the way that we're taught and shit like that. Well, nah, you said you didn't really grow up around.
Well,
no, you grew up around your cousins and shit.
Yeah,
they were
not
like that.
It's not. But I grew up mainly around women, and they would always teach me like respect women and all that. It's like it went through one ear and went through the other.
Bro, it's
at
just
some point.
nigga, bro. It's just a nigga gene, bro.
I think that's the only thing that I can't relate to when it comes to that. I mean, my mom, like, if she was gonna bring a dude over, she would make sure that everybody in my household was asleep before she would let the dude inside the house, and I respected that. Like, she would tell me stories about like, yeah, like she had a dude over, but I wouldn't know because I was asleep already, and I respected that about her because she was like, I'm not just gonna bring any man around my kids, especially if they're not really trying to pursue a relationship.
That's
and I
true.
understand that. And I actually respect that about her though, because some mothers is not like that at all.
I feel you, bro. Like, if my mom was the type to bring like a bunch of dudes around us, I think I'd have like less respect, because at the same time, you don't want to just keep seeing different men come in and out of your life like that as a kid.
I wouldn't like that at all.
I wouldn't like that at all too. And then at a certain point, you're gonna be like, damn, does my mom even like really care?
Yeah. Or
That-
does she even know what she really wants? Like,
Or she just no disrespect to your moms, y'all. Just like y'all want to, you know what I'm saying? Just like we as men want to go around, just have fun.
I'm gonna stop you right
Just
there.
want to have fun.
Stop you right there.
Why can't? Fuck
nah,
that.
nah.
I'm on the women's side right now, dog.
man said
Why-
I'm on the woman's
Why
side.
why can't we accept it,
No.
bro?
No.
Why can't women go out and
No.
have fun too?
No.
No, I'm not saying
Now
that women can't.
women
go out
can
and
do
have
that.
fun.
Now my mom,
Bro, she grown.
I don't care.
She
You
grown.
feel a certain type of way when it's your mom.
Bro,
If it's somebody
It
else.
was a bunch of dudes. We all boxing, bro. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, bro. I'll be chopped.
As long as they don't come at you with disrespect or disrespect her.
Now that I understand too.
Yeah, as long as they don't disrespect my mom. But
Support-
if it's like 12 of them, that's a gang, bro.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time, bro.
Christ.
That's
Say
a lot
like
of
a
record right
1 year
Time
period,
frame.
Okay.
and it's like 6 dudes.
Okay.
Nah, we boxing.
Oh yeah.
Nah. Mom, I'm sorry,
I mean,
but I'm boxing.
I agree with what y'all saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm on the same path. I just was on the lady side for a little bit. I forgot who I was.
I forgot who I was.
You didn't even like see your friend's mom
Fuck no,
dressed
boy.
a certain way.
Fuck no, son. If
It's
I
like-
if I could, I'd be like, nah, son, go in the house, change, man. What you doing?
Man, I'm telling you, bro. It's so wild just to think about like your mom.
Fucking somebody in general.
Your mom just be.
Oh my god. That shit.
Your mom just be. I'd be like, don't do this.
For real.
Later, tell her. But I'm just saying, bro. Like, it's so crazy to me.
That is real crazy.
But all right, I'm gonna ask y'all something else. What would you say that the parent you grew up with was strict, and how would having the other parent impact how strict your parent
Nigga,
was?
my dad was hella strict. We couldn't. So I got driven everywhere until I was in 10th grade.
Oh, you got it lucky for
Meaning,
That's what I'm saying. This
You
pampered
have
nigga.
Nah, I wasn't fucking pampered. Like I couldn't go outside, bro. I think we probably went outside and walked or rode the bike like twice a year, nigga. A year.
See, my mom she always had me on a strict curfew. So like in high school, I didn't really start hanging out.
I was always in the house, nigga.
Who?
There was no need for curfew.
Who?
Well, nah, I have to go to sleep at like 8 o'clock though. Some shit like that. Go
This
read a
was when
book.
you were in high school?
Nah, fuck no.
Oh, I'm
He's
talking about
even in high school, like I couldn't really go out with friends and shit like that. I'd have to be home at a certain time. Yeah.
No, that I understand. Like me too. Like for example, like if I was like, "Hey mom, can I go hang out?" Whether it was a school night or a regular day, My mom made my curfew as my grade. So like, if I'm going to go hang out, no matter what time went to go hang out, if I was in the 9th grade, my mom be like, you gotta be back at 9 o'clock in the morning. I mean, not 9 o'clock in the morning.
I was like,
9 o'clock
goddamn,
at
boy.
night. Sorry. So if I was in 11th grade, my curfew was 11. But my mom was never really strict on me because I never gave her like no real reason for her not to trust me.
Yeah.
Was she strict with your other siblings?
Okay, I guess this is a normal mom or father thing, but my parents, well, my mom was always strict when it came to my sisters. Always. Always. Like, if my sister be like, hey mom, can I go hang out? She'd be like, what time? What time you gonna be back? Who you going with? I gotta meet the dude. Stuff like that. And it's always been with my sisters. Like, they always had numerous questions. Like, what time you gonna be back? Who's this dude? I need to meet him. Stuff like that. And I never had to go through that.
Well, for mom. Wait, what you about to ask?
Why do you think you never had to go through that?
I don't want to say it's because I'm a dude. I would say it's just because
You're the oldest?
I think that plays a part too, though. I think that plays a part.
Does she ask your younger brother that shit?
Elijah to a degree, but that's because Elijah's a badass though. So Elijah don't really listen for real. So like when it comes to him, if you let him stay up past a certain time, there's no telling what that man could do. But when it comes back to me though, she's always had a certain amount of trust for me, and once I broke that trust, my mom was a totally different person. Like, I broke my mom's trust before, and that was the last time I've ever broke her trust ever. Ever. And after that, I've learned my lesson, and even to this day, like right now, even though I'm 21 years old, right, I'll be like, hey mom, I'm going out, I'll be back tomorrow morning, right?
Yeah.
She'll just be like, okay, just let me know when you make it, what time you're going to sleep, and are you okay?
Yeah.
And do your thing. Because I never gave her no reason not to trust me.
For my mom, growing up, she wasn't really, I wouldn't say strict, but at the same time, I guess that's because of the type of personality I had. Like, because I felt like I was overweight and all of that, I wasn't really out there. I'm still not good at making new friends and all that shit. Like, if I make friends with you, I'm going to be down with you, like, for as long as I can, bro. As long as you don't do anything to screw me over, I won't do anything to screw you over. I love my friends. But at the same time, I'm not out here just talking to everybody like that. You feel me? So it's not like I was going out like that. So my mom, she'd be like, you can go out, you can go chill with your friends and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, I don't got that many friends that gonna be free like around the same time as me and stuff like that.
That's true.
I mean, I have friends in the neighborhood and shit like that, and they can come over to a certain time.
But shoot, in our time frame throughout high school year, the hot neighborhood was always Pepper Tree or something.
Yeah, but it's not like I wasn't living with my mom when I was in Pepper Tree. But even when I'm like growing up in Pepper Tree or whatever, I wasn't outside like that.
Yeah,
these niggas were just loud outside. The only time I go outside is when I'm yelling at them to shut up. Yeah, I was like, yo, shut the hell up, bro. Y'all niggas too loud. But for real, like, my mom wasn't, I wouldn't say that she was super strict with it. But that was just because of the type of person I was.
She gave you some leeway.
Yeah, she gave me leeway, and I appreciate that. Like, the few times that I wanted to go out with my friends or whatever, like go to the movies, she was like, yeah, bet, go. She hand me like $50. I take the bus, go over there, go to the movies or whatever. Because it's like once in a blue moon. Like, it wasn't something I was out there just doing like that. You feel me? But I feel like if I had my dad there with her or whatever, I think it would have impacted me different.
What you mean by that?
Because from what I know about my dad, he was more social, shit like that. My mom was social too, but I think he would have tried to push me.
He would have forced you more.
Yeah,
because he would have took you on more adventures and shit.
Yeah, so I'd have been a bit more like open and like, you know, I'd take in more of that stuff so I want to go out more.
I'm good at making friends because of my father, so I see what you mean by that.
Yeah,
my dad's a real talkative ass nigga.
Yeah. Your dad do be talking.
Motherfucker get the smiling and shit and people with big ass teeth. I love that motherfucker. I learned from him how to just talk to people and shit like that and interact.
Yeah. And eventually I can do it, but because it's just who I am at my core, I just prefer not to. Like, I can do it. Like, say we all hanging out and then we go play football and then there's just a bunch of people I don't know. I'm gonna be more reserved. But if we play together for like a few rounds and then I'm like, all right, these dudes cool, I'm gonna start talking more. I'm gonna start talking trash. You know,
agree.
whatever.
Yeah.
Nah,
So-
I don't give a fuck. Let me tell y'all something. I talk shit anytime.
Regardless,
Any
this
place.
man does not care.
I don't give a fuck. I don't.
Nah. This man I know this man for years. This man talk shit to me still. I be like, damn, bro, I know you. Like, damn, what you doing?
Especially when it comes to sports.
Don't
son.
nobody fucking.
And then he be like, you want to fight?
Nobody
I be
fucking
I be like,
Ain't
come
nobody
on.
safe. Ain't nobody safe. What happened in football, bro? I was talking shit to one of the dads in the stand, bro. Fat motherfucker.
This man was talking so much trash. The ref was like, all right, I'm gonna kick you. He was like, if you say anything more, I'm gonna kick you out the game. I was like, Zeke, shut the.
No, fuck all that. I still was talking. Fuck that ref.
I was yelling. That's the one time I yelled, bro. The nigga who was guarding me was like, damn. Yeah, I was mad as shit. I was like, Zeke, shut the fuck.
Fuck the ref.
Let's play.
Bitch ass man.
But nah, man. I'm like,
I noticed that I'm real protective of my people's moms. I might make a joke or two, but I'm really protective of it. That's why I say if I could say something about like what they're wearing or some shit, I'll go in the house, go change with you, please. Let somebody pull up on one of my people's moms, bro.
For real.
on God, bro.
I'm catching the worst of it. So.
Bro, Reynard, one time you was driving, and me and Zeke was behind you, and like you stopped at the light, and I was like, what if some niggas came out and pulled Reynard on his car while we behind him? I was like, they fucked up. Cause we gonna get out.
They did fuck up, son. Stupid ass niggas.
We'd have got out the car and be like, hey, what you doing?
We're gonna run your pockets and we're gonna sexually.
Them?
Hey, Hey, man.
Vicious,
Hey,
bro.
man.
What, son? Wasted
Chill
my
with
time.
that.
Nah,
Chill
son.
with that.
Nah, B.
Vicious.
You wasted my time.
I run your pockets. I ain't doing no extra shit.
You gonna hold them down. You gonna hold them
I
down.
ain't doing nothing.
Son, let me do me.
Nah,
That's
no.
why, that's why people think I'm gay. No, I'm not gay, bro.
I'm not gay either.
Most of y'all niggas gay, bro.
Nah, son, you gay, bro.
How am I gay? What do?
This nigga be gay.
How am I gay?
How you gay?
What I do gay?
What you do gay?
Everything, bruh.
I
What
give
did
it
you
to
What did
y'all
you do today? What did you do today when we were washing the truck?
I did it to both of y'all though, but he caught it, which makes him gay too.
I watched you.
Yeah, I blew you one, but he
Blew me what? Blew me what? Blew me what?
I blew my kids.
Yes.
But see, Zeke said, "No, I don't do that gay shit." Tyreek was the one who caught the joint and put it in his pocket.
Y'all niggas gay, but I don't know the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, funny as shit.
Alright, bro. Whatever, bro. Next question. What roles could they not fill? Like, what roles could your dad not fill? What roles could your mom not fill?
It's not really a role, but it's like certain conversations that in the beginning that I was uncomfortable to have with my mom, I preferred to have with my dad. Like, for example, right? When I first lost my virginity, that's not really something that most dudes be like, oh, I'm gonna go tell my mom, dad. Nah. But like,
I told my mom.
I mean, I did tell my mom at some point, but like, it was like I had to work up the confidence to tell her, like, damn, mom, I just lost my virginity. But the funny thing is, when I told her, she was stupid excited. I was like, the only question she asked was, did you wear a condom?
I told my mom when I started to develop hair, my pubes.
Really?
I was like,
Really?
hey, man, because I was a late bloomer, boy. I was like, hey, mom, please listen to me.
Shit. For me, son, I don't like having hair on my balls.
My
bro.
dad had to find out I was having sex.
Wow.
I
He
fucking
found out?
yeah, bro. I took the. I used to live on the bottom.
I
floor.
remember this shit.
I used to live on the bottom. He didn't find out until I was in. I think I graduated high school. So 2017.
What?
That's when he found out that I was having sex.
Wasn't
Wow.
we in high school?
Nah, we went in high. We just graduated.
Wasn't it the
Yeah,
thing on the
because of
window?
the screen.
Yeah.
She
That was after high school?
Yeah, she was still going to school, but I wasn't. I think she was in 12th grade.
Yeah.
So
You think, nigga, you know. She
of
was in
course-
12th
I mean,
grade.
yeah, I'm talking about.
She was, let me clear this up. She 1 year younger than this man.
1 year younger than me.
Not even a year, nigga. She fucking like 6 months.
Couple months.
Yeah, a couple months. So, what happened? Oh, I took the fucking screen off the window and snuck her in the house. Got dirt on my fucking floor.
I did that shit before too.
And then when she left or whatever, I went in the living room with the screen door.
Mm-hmm.
Not the screen door, the mirror, the window screen.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, I don't know how to put this back on. He was like, why is it off? What the fuck? I put that joint back on there. Then that night, I don't care about this, y'all, but that night, her parents text me off her phone. Damn, we about to call the police and shit and all that shit. I'm like, huh? What you talking about? What you talking about? Son?
Whispering and shit.
Fucking, I'm a little like, damn, okay. So I had to tell my dad because
He was like, I know.
He just put two and two together. He was like, why they coming to you with this bullshit? I was like, oh, she was in here. I was like, what you talking about?
Was he mad about it though?
He was mad, bro. Nigga didn't let me fucking. He wasn't mad that he was mad because he wasn't mad that I was having sex. He was mad because she was in the house while he was home. You know what I'm saying?
While he was home?
Yeah.
I see you, bro.
Yeah. He came home too early, bro.
One of those days where you thought you have the free crib and man ends up coming home earlier than what you expect.
Fuck me up, son. It was crazy.
But how could he not? Wait, what?
Huh?
What the fuck?
What?
How we got here? The question was what Rose could not feel.
Oh, we was
shit.
talking about how he can tell y'all told
was
y'all
that?
moms how y'all could
I
talk
forgot.
about
Would
sex
that be
and all
considered
that.
a role though?
A role? Nah, he filled that role. He was
Oh.
strict. He was like, nah,
Yeah,
nigga.
my dad was the strict one. My dad was never. He couldn't fill the role of the compassionate one. He couldn't at all.
Probably why the nigga didn't.
There was no. The only time I heard this nigga say I'm sorry about you losing somebody was when my cousin died. That was the only time. And even then, the nigga didn't cry. He just was like, damn. He felt bad because that was my older brother for real.
Yeah.
But other than that, nah. I couldn't come to this nigga about my scraped knee or something. He'd be like, fucking get up and
Throw some dirt on that shit.
rinse that shit off with some water and get back on the bike or some
Nah,
shit
put
like
some
that.
alcohol on that shit. Straight alcohol.
Oh nah. Hell no.
Like one time I don't know what the fuck happened to my pinky, but I told him about it. And he was like, come here. Bro, this nigga grabbed something and stabbed it and squeezed the fuck out of my pinky, bro. And that shit was hurting. The nigga was like, all right, go. Like, ain't say I'm sorry or nothing.
That's
bro.
how foreign parents be, bro.
Motherfucker.
My mom, she was more of the fun parent, I would say.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
But she would do some, like, because she was a fun parent, she did some dumb shit sometimes. One time she stabbed me in my stomach, bro, on accident. I was like,
wow.
hey, yo.
Hey, young.
Yeah.
She
Stabbed
lit
me
the
in
match.
stomach.
One time she lit the match, light the stove, and then she was looking at the match, right? And then it out. And she was like, I wonder what happened if I pressed this against him. And you know what she did? She pressed
She
it against
did.
me, mom. I was like,
Yeah.
what you doing?
Okay.
But nah, the role that my mom couldn't fill, I mean, she tried to fill like the father role, the strict father role, but I don't think any single mom out there could fully fill that role.
Yeah, I agree.
No single parent can fill the other
Yeah.
role.
Yeah,
I
I
don't,
agree with you on that.
I mean, you could try your hardest, but
Like-
there's just some things. Then the kid's just gonna be thinking, damn, my mom's trying her best, but at the same time, if I had my dad,
Like
here,
my dad
explain
cooked
it better.
My dad cooked most of the meals that we had. And all that
Yes.
shit. That's the only thing that he took from, I guess, from taking the mother's role.
I guess my mom worked.
Getting us ready for school and shit like that.
Yeah, but I guess the emotional part is what. It's something would you say that you would have rather he was more emotional with you? Like you can go to him and talk to him about this stuff.
Certain things, yeah. I can do it. Some things now I can.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But like
But
if you had
if
like
I
a
was
better
younger-
relationship.
I'd have been a different person.
Yeah.
I'd have been a totally different person. But that's what I have my grandmoms and my aunt for. I can go and talk about, grandma.
Yeah, but I mean,
I eat ass or some bullshit like that. She'd be like, "What?"
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I don't eat ass. I don't.
I don't know.
So don't go in the comments talk about Zeke, man.
Zeke eat
You
ass.
stinky booty
you
breath.
gay and you eat ass.
You gay and you eat ass?
Nah.
But still, nah. I would say, I don't know. I have a lot of respect for single parents though.
Agreed.
Like, if you're a single parent out there and
With
you
multiple
just,
kids.
especially if you have multiple kids, bro, that shit's hard. I don't
Yeah.
know how you can make the same mistake again and again, but I
Chill.
respect it.
Wow.
Chill.
Wow.
Suppose it was planned.
Planned. How you gonna be a single parent and plan to have multiple kids?
They could have.
No. Let's say you had multiple kids before you stepped out. Like my mother, my father had me and my sister.
And then the tragedy struck.
Yeah.
Yeah, your life is like an anime story.
Chill. With my powers at?
Yeah, but
I got the power to persuade women. It's fucked up.
Nah.
I know it is.
what the hell
I know
was
it.
that?
I know it is. I know
This
it
man
is.
be feeling
I
himself,
know
bro.
it is. No, bro, I'm not even
Like
saying that
shit.
shit for real, bro. It's just fucking women. They love me for no reason, and I don't understand what the fuck I do. Or
I know, bro.
what it is.
All right, wait. There's one thing, like when we first got into college, me and Zeke, we was going off on different paths, finding ourselves or whatever, and then molding ourselves to be the men we are today, making our mistakes. We asked some girls who is boyfriend material. They always said Zeke was boyfriend material.
But why?
They were like, he just seems like he'd be more emotionally invested, like he'd listen to them and shit. And they were like, Tariq's just an asshole. I was like, damn. So I can understand when he says the women listen to him, would gravitate to him more based off that. But I feel like I changed that about me. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I love being me, though. You love being you, y'all?
Of course
Yeah,
I
of
love
course.
being me.
Would you change anything about yourselves?
Would I change anything about myself?
One thing.
My addictive personality.
Of eating the same McChicken.
Nah, bro. Like, once I get into a groove of doing one thing,
Mm-hmm.
I can't break that shit for a long time. Like, if I get into a groove of going to the gym, I go to the gym for months. But as soon as I like fall off for like a week, I'm not
You're like,
going
"Nah,
back
I'm going back."
for like months.
I feel you on that one,
That's
too.
like, if I go to a restaurant, like a new restaurant, and I want to buy something new, if I buy one thing and it was good, every time I go to that restaurant, that's
Yeah,
all I'm
I do
ordering.
that same exact thing. That same exact
What
thing.
would you change about yourself? He said it's addictive.
I say I would. One thing I would change about myself is that I need to be more confident when it comes to things in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Like
can
there's a
see
lot
that.
of things that I could have done, but I didn't do because I didn't have the confidence to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's one thing I honestly would change about myself, because when I think back on it, it's like, damn, why didn't I do this? And I think strictly about I just didn't have the confidence to do it.
A girl told me, like, we graduated together, and I was like, yo, why we never dated? I was just talking, and she was like, you never asked. And I was like, damn.
Wow.
That'd be the dumbest
Like
fucking
that.
Yeah,
reason, dude.
for real.
That'd be the dumbest reason.
Like,
And
you never
hopefully-
asked.
And my head I'd just be like, damn.
I was like, damn. That's
Y'all
why
just did
I
not-
was like, I started talking to girls more, and I would ask them shit.
Yeah,
If
because
you-
once you have that, it's like, damn, now I need to try that with someone that I'm actually interested in.
Exactly. So you just go around and then you just ask, what's the worst thing? No.
Yeah,
It's-
and that's the thing that
Niggas
I
just
realized
scared
now.
of rejection.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what it is.
That's what holds them back. Or they
Yeah.
wait for that one person that's never gonna come.
That's why I never take shots or take risk at certain females, because I
Nah,
feel like
bruh.
then I'm gonna get rejected or shut down.
I changed the way that, since you Negroes didn't ask me, I changed. I get bored easily.
I
I get bored so easily. Like you said, you can go to the gym for months. I go
Yeah.
for fucking 2 weeks and that's it. I don't want to go no more. Or let's say I take on a new project. That's a problem in this podcast shit. For this long, bro. You can tell that sometimes I don't even want to do this shit.
Yeah, I know.
I get bored so
I be
easily.
I be pressuring you, boy.
I get bored so
Like, we
easily.
doing this.
bro.
We
That's one of the
invested.
good things that you do, though. You know how to pressure somebody into doing something.
You
son.
damn right.
Like them days I didn't want to go to the gym, son.
Nah.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
he could never pressure me to give him up the booty, boy.
What?
Get out of here.
See, this is why you
Get
get
out of here.
Nah.
Nah. Fuck out of here.
Niggas sick.
Nah, son. Anything more to add, fellas?
Uh,
Not the moment for me.
I love my mom. I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change
Love you,
anything
Dad.
about her. And that's the thing. If you grew up with just a single parent, I hope when you're growing up you didn't try. Because when I was young, I put a lot of stress on my mom. Being bad in school and all that shit. But as you grow older and you realize, damn, the world really kicking our ass right now. You gotta help any way you can.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. Just try not to be a burden onto the people taking care of you. For real, for real.
Agreed.
But alright, y'all. Leave a comment, like and subscribe. We'll catch y'all later. Deuces.